Hi, good morning. This is Oloyede Korede. I'll be briefly speaking on what next to do after Jamb. Now, the truth is that many students do not really know the next step to take after Jamb. Many do not know what next they ought to do immediately after Jamb. Every year, students write Jamb, and the score of their Jamb ranges from 200 to 250, 300, 300 plus, like that. Some people go get below 200. And the truth is that a lot of people aspire to be in the federal university. And peradventure, if a student end up getting less than 200, only a few federal universities actually accept less than 200. For example, certain schools like the University of Ibadan, the University of Lagos, University of Futa, and some other schools like that, they do not accept less than 200 in Jamb as such as a cutoff. So for you to qualify to write post-UTME or to even go undergo screening, you will need to have a good Jamb score. But in spite and despite, after writing the Joint Admission Matriculation Board, which is a compulsory exam, as a student, to gain admission into the university, either you are going to university, you are going to a polytechnic, you are going to college education, irrespective. But I always believe that students need to dream bigs, such as they want the best for themselves as such. In fact, I can say that at least 70% of the students that actually apply for JAMB, most of them put their first choice as the university. Some could put the polytechnic, some also put qualification or put certain institutions, which not bad at all. As so, depending on the course of study or your career in life as such. But I put it to this, even as men, but people write their JAMB exam and they anticipate the result of their exams as such. There are two things that can happen as such. And number one is somebody scoring a low score in JAMB and automatically he get depressed, doesn't know what next to do. He get depressed. Or somebody scoring a high score in JAMB and yet still careless because of having a good JAMB score, having a low JAMB score is not what guarantees if you're going to get admission into university or not. People could have a high JAMB score, as people that have about 300 plus in JAMB, and yet they do not gain admission to university. Now that is not to discourage you or to say, oh, probably your JAMB score cannot get you an admission into university. Of course not. But it's to help you to see that you need to know exactly what is the next step if you are going to start the race of gaining admission into university and we are going to finish this race well as such. So people can get joyous, people can be depressed, but what you ought to do is to sit down. For example, a guy that asks maybe like less than 200 plus in JAMB tells his parents was like, oh, forget it. People, you can tell people, so they tell you forget it, something like that. And somebody could have a high JAMB score also, and his parents also, wow, congratulations. But the next thing is to be wise and to know the next step to do. I'll be teaching you. I'll be giving you free step with also various examples also in this video and the couple of videos I'll be releasing on my YouTube channel on what next to do in JAMB. Have you scored less than the required amount? Do not be discouraged. There is hope for you. And have you scored more? It also calls you to know what's next to do in your JAMB exam as such. So stay tuned on this channel. I'll be showing you in series of steps what's the next thing to do, practical ideas and practical solutions you can apply. But I can say that many times every situation you find yourself in is an opportunity that, based on the level of knowledge you have, you can take advantage of and actually gain victory about it. But many times, because of the low level of knowledge people have or certain ignorance, certain aspects, they do not know certain things. As such, you see people get low Jamb in school and yet they just say, wow, you are in university now, wow, how did they do that? Because of they knew something, they knew the steps to take just to achieve it. As such, so stay tuned. I'll be unfolding certain truth about certain practical steps you can take so as to ensure that this race of you gaining admission, you complete the race. Follow me. Do well to click the subscribe button as such and share to your friends as such. This is K Tutorial Academy.